Kindaka? Please, Kindaka, I need you to cook! What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I did have it on and keep it on me at all times. Hey, another fun fact. Here we are to do a review of chapter 236 of Sakamoto, which is known as Car Wash. And I'm intrigued. Out of all the new order, yet not new order characters, and be like, Pencil, what on earth does that mean? And you know exactly what it means. It means, aka, not the, like, kids plus El Matador plus the cop guy plus the woman with the Sakamoto baby. Like, not those characters. The characters before that were introducing the new order, aka Torres, Tanabata, and Oki. Tanabata definitely has been my least favorite. He just doesn't really have much. I like the guitar gimmick. I like that he, like, inserts the guitar, like, chord into things and strums. Him strumming Boiled is still hilarious. As much as I do love Boiled, that was still funny to see. Like, he still has that. But, like, Oki just has a more interesting dynamic with other characters being the leader of the original order. And admittedly, he has a more boring fighting style. And we're never seeing Nagamo versus Oki. I want you to remember that. We're never seeing the end of that fight. But, like, still, just more interesting dynamic with more characters. And Taurus is just goated. There's no difference. He's just goated. What can I say? So, ultimately, Tanabata has a lot to live up to for me. Hopefully, he's allowed to cook here somewhat, because jeez, I don't care about the guy right now. He's not on the same level as, like, El Matador and the cop guy and Takamura baby lady, but at the same time, he's definitely not on the same level of even Kipe. Or really, despite how fraudulent she is, even Chiita. Despite having way more time than either of those two characters. He's had a name since he was introduced. Kipe didn't get a name until, like, what, 10, 15 chapters after his introduction? Yet Tanabata just hasn't hit for me. So I'm hoping that, he's able to rock and roll. So let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 236. Oh, and also I want Kindaka to cook. It's been so long. Kindaka, please. Wait! It'd be so cool to see him blitz down. Let's see. Hey, Rockstar. Wait. Oh, chapter 236, Car Wash. And someone's saying, hey, Rockstar. Hop in. We're going to the same place, right? Who could that be? I don't know, but we'll see. You picking up something? Wait, no. What is Kindaka's voice? It's been so long. It's been so long since he cooked anything that I genuinely forget Kindaka's voice. Let's see. You picking up on something, Shin? Yeah. We're not gonna get to the JCC in time. Actually, no. Notably, I think as powerful as Kipe is, I think he would be ganked. I think he'd be ganked to Doom and Oblivion. Like, even with an Inner Sakamoto, Shin plus Kindaka, that's probably too much for Kipe to handle alone. The kids could probably keep handling shit, you know? So, like, it probably would have been too much for Kipe to handle by himself. And as long as, like, he was stopped from communicating up to the rest of the new order, technically, if they had been to the JCC, they would have been fine to at least fortify there for a little bit. But eventually, kind of like how in the Android Saga, specifically the TFS version, they're like, that's going to be the second place they'll look. Like, the JCC would have been the second place that they would have looked. But still, they actually would have been better making it off there. But let's see. Yeah, we're not going to get to the JCC in time. Get ready to fight. They're coming. All over. I mean, he's 22? 1? He's in his 20s. I can make that joke. Let's see. Get ready to fight. They're coming. And they're coming fast. Everywhere. Coming? From where? On who? I'm not into that. Let's see. Huh? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, it's my glorious, handsome, fraudulent one-tap by Boiled King Gozu. Gozu. Speaking of characters who need a masterclass performance, Gozu, I'm begging you, don't just do. He can't. He may do something to Kindaka. He's not, like, if he does anything to Boiled, doesn't matter. Atari, doesn't matter. Not gonna happen. Hana, not gonna happen. Sakamoto, not gonna happen. That just leaves Kindaka and Shin as anyone relevant. Like, maybe he could do something to Kindaka. Electricity versus speed, that could be cool. Get a cool, lightning, massive hypersonic feat from, Kindaka. Could be nice, could be juicy. But he's not doing anything to Shin. Shin's literally indestructible. He's literally, so, like, Gozu. Haven't you tried ganking Shin before? How well did that go, buddy? I don't think this will work out for you. Let's see. Get ready to fight. They're coming. Everywhere. And it's sparking. Beep, beep.
Unusual wavelength detected.
Poor Hana. I mean, I get why they brought the baby along. She would have been taken hostage. But, like, poor Hana. I was like, oh. What's up, Boiled? This is one of the rare times we actually get to see Boiled's eyes. This just doesn't even feel right. I feel like I'm seeing look, you feel like I'm seeing things I shouldn't. Why does this feel wrong? I feel like I'm looking at. It's so weird actually seeing his eyes. I mean, I'm not complaining, but okay, boy. Well, no need for you to mog us like this. We see the jawline. Let's see. Oh. Oh wait. So who was in the car? I thought Gozu was. I thought they were gonna pull up alongside in the car. All right. Free rate's over for him. Gradual expansion. All right. Beep. Approaching toll station. Your ETC card has not been inserted. Okay, so maybe he was in the car and he just wasn't. See, that's the thing. Gozu. I want to buy the. This is okay. So let me break a little something down for you. It's called the balance. No, I'm not talking about Yugurum Hoshwalt's ability. I'm talking about the balance of aura farming. And very specifically, the balance one must achieve in order to make sure auraful moments don't feel hollow. So, for example, if a character who aura farms consistently, but has a good balance. Son Goku. He's a main character, so this could be unfair, but I'll bring up a side character in a second. But Son Goku is notorious for finding out he's stronger than you and aura farming expeditiously. However, Son Goku has proved himself on numerous occasions to be worthy of the aura farm. Right? All the main villains he's beaten, all the side villains he's beaten, how he's hard carried multiple hours. He earns it. And even when he has his lows, even when he loses, even when the man dies, he still has aura. He has a surplus. But a side character, you may say. A side character. And in fact, we won't even just go to a side character. We will go to a side antagonist. Because it's going to bring up Dewi. Dewi? It's not that way. It's literally my favorite piece of fiction of all time. I don't know how to pronounce the dude action's name. But like, I was going to go to that from God of High School, but there are going to be spoilers in that. So I won't go too deep into it. But for a side antagonist, let's be real, that's what Gozu is. A side antagonist. Think of Hisoka. A side antagonist, right? I wouldn't say Hisoka's anything near the main villain of Hunter x Hunter. Like, nowhere near close. He's just a side antagonist, who we sometimes occasionally follow as a protagonist. Note how he has aura deficit moments. He loses a lot. Not a lot, but like enough that it's notable. Like you, when I say, hey, do you remember that time Hisoka lost or was downplayed or lost a bit of aura? You can think of the moment when Netero dismissed him, when he lost, quote unquote, against Razor by just losing his finger and stuff like that. Like we can think of these moments. And there are moments in the manga they don't want to spoil, even though Hunter x Hunter's never getting animated because Hunter x Hunter's never getting finished. Regardless, there are other Hisoka lost moments. Yet he has more than enough aura to sacrifice his losses and achieve the balance. The same as Son Goku. But you may be like, well, Pencil Man, how are we going to have balance with a character like Gozu, who hasn't existed anywhere near as long as Hisoka did in his narrative, and nowhere near as long as Son Goku did in his narrative? Sure, Hisoka is a side antagonist, just like Gozu, but he can only achieve the balance. He's been around for so long, literal decades. But literal decades. And Gozu has only been in for a little bit. There's no way he could have achieved the... Keep back. Another side antagonist. Note how he has achieved the balance. Sure, has he done anything too major to any major characters? No. But all of his aura farming is validated by the fact that he hasn't had so much negative... He didn't get one tap high boiled. Alright, let me stop beating around the bush. Gozu, I want to buy the aura farm so badly, dog. You're sipping on something, but like... No, if you don't, please just don't get one tap. Gozu, I'm begging you. Let's see. Hold on, let me get that. This thing's literally empty. I need to refill it after this review. Let's see. He's hitting the slurp. All right. Darn it. What, Gozu? You've literally one tapped this guy before. Just leap out the. Do what you did last time. Leap out the car and punch him in the face. Let's see. Oh. Was that like an electrical shot? I'm guessing that was a crackle. I don't know. Smash! All right, front glass. Okay. See, once again, aura. So I thought he sent like lightning. Nope. The reason we didn't see lightning is because he himself just leaped into the car itself. See, once again, he looks. I think genuinely, if I'm being honest, if I'm being real honest with myself, if I separate all the aura loss, all the aura deficit, if I blind myself from his aura losses, and just look at his character design, I think Gozu genuinely has my favorite design in the entire series. And Sakamoto Days is a series full of I'm talking scrumdiddlyumptious toe curling. Look at my toes. I'm not putting my toes on camera. One thing you're never seeing. But look at my toes right now. They're so curled. I literally just had to curl them actively because I don't want to be lying. But my toes are so curled right now because his design is that good. I like the electrical powers. I love the claws he has. And he has aura. You know, I love my characters with a little bit of melanin to him. He may just be tan. It wouldn't be the first time it's manga. But still, I love him. I love him. He just doesn't have it. He's just so far in depth. Gozu, I need you to cook. And watch, he's going to waste his time. He's going to be standing on Sakamoto. Let's see. Dang, he's alive with that wound. So, it's like, Gozu, if you spent half the time you did aura farming actually taking out characters, I couldn't believe you. Watch him do no damage to anyone in this vehicle. Let's see. He's just so cool, though. He's so cool. Let's see. And Sakamoto's still just like... How long ago was it? I think it was literally just as long... I think the last time we saw Sakamoto, when he was talking with Rion in the weird train afterlife thing, was about the last time we saw Nagamo versus Oki. So, two things we may never get resolved, but I think we have to resolve the Sakamoto thing eventually. But we'll see. Oh. Okay. Wait. Gozu? Wait. Hold on.
It's time to open the aura calculator. We're going to add a smooth... Okay, so this is a weave into a back of the neck kick. So we're going to have to add that to the aura calculator. So Gozu's aura will rise. Let's see. That is a double action. We value hits more than we value dodges, as dodges are more common, while hits are more uncommon. Especially against a telepath, and then we're going to have to more points to the telepath. So we're going to put Gozu up 100 aura for the dodge, and then we're going to put him up 300 aura for the dodge of a deuteragonist plus telepath, or no, the hit of a deuteragonist plus telepath post dodge, 300 plus aura. He's currently standing at a 400 surplus of aura in this chapter based on combat. We'll total his separate aura based on the aura farming differently at a much more lower rate, because of course we're going with the aura deficit incurred by naturally the consistent aura farming with no actual result. So let's see, he did manage to weave the Shin right hook of doom, despair, and everything unfair, and then before he even lands, looking really clean, really cool, really immaculate, he hits Shin right in the back of the dome with a kick to it. Nice, very clean. My toes are curled just a little bit. Oh! Thankfully that had nothing in it, but things just did fall, but that doesn't matter. My expectations are rising as things are falling. Let's see. He goes with the kick to the back of the neck. Oh, and okay, we immediately have to reopen the aura calculator. I think we're going to have to subtract some of Shin's aura. So we have to reopen the aura calculator. This kick was, in fact, a boost up to 4. You know, we'll even give double points. 500 aura. 500. We now have Gozu at 600 aura based in combat. Because not only did he weave the action from Shin to the telepath, he landed a hit on Shin to the telepath and did it so hard that he burst the back of an armored truck door open and sent Shin into an aura loss moment by having been caught by some nameless random. Unless it's meant to be Nagamo, right? Like, it may just be Nagamo, because why is he so close to this truck? And also, how on earth did he catch Shin? Like, I mean, shit. But, see, the thing is, this is Shin's, like, plot deuteragonist power, so watch this just be some random guy that never appeared again. That will never appear again. I don't know. But it seems oddly specific for there to be some random guy with this good reflexes. So, like, it's probably Nagamo, which, once again, just further confirms my idea. We're never seeing the end of Nagamo versus Oki. It got the Gaku versus Nagamo treatment, but even worse. Let's see. Shin! Grip! Whoa, where'd you come from, kid? Watch out. Oh, thanks. Who are you? Probably Nagamo? That has it's like there's no way just, I mean, like, on a high-speed freeway, catching someone with one arm as you're driving your own vehicle, I just don't think that's feasible. But it's the Sakamoto days. Everyone is superhuman, so it's made to be a random. And also Shin's plot armor. See, Suzuki-sensei, how do you expect me to ever believe that Shin will ever be in real danger if you write moments like this? Let's see. Thanks. Who are you? Gozu. While I would appreciate a mass hypersonic lightning blitzing feat or lightning timing feat, please do something, Gozu. Gozu, please. Crackle. Unfortunately, we're going to have to subtract it. He was at a total of 600 aura, but the face palm is the most disrespectful way that you can be handled. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do this to him. He's currently at 600 aura. We're going to subtract 300 aura. And you may be wondering, why are we subtracting 300 aura? What happened? He was up so high. Now he's at only 300 aura. It's because, one, being grabbed by the face like this is the most disrespectful thing one can do to you. Just it's even disrespectful when you do it to yourself when you think about it. Just put your own hand on your face right now and feel how disrespectful it feels. You have your nose crushed. You feel your circulation get cut off a little bit. You're breathing. You feel the pressure. It's not fun. It's not good. It's not cool looking. And notably, that would only have cost him 150 aura, I will admit. But the reason this has to be a twofold aura loss, doubling to 300 points, is because he got hand blitzed in the middle of using lightning on someone who couldn't even fight back. We're lucky I'm not taking 400 aura from him. That's actually embarrassing. The fact that you got dog walked like this. Really? Gozu? Stop being so buns. It's actually kind of crazy. But yep, we see him get palmed and thrown out the truck. I would take off an extra 400 aura points, but this is being done by Kendaka and not like an Atari or Boiled, who is at least established to be a pretty strong, really fast character. So can someone excuse the blitz? Does this count as a lightning blitzing feat? I don't think so. Ultimately, we didn't see him send the lightning out. He was just crackling with it. So I don't think this does count as a lightning blitzing feat for Kendaka. But regardless, negative aura of 300 for Gozu. He even reacts, but just doesn't do anything, gets palmed anyway. Doesn't get an attack off on Sakamoto. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, Gozu, a serial aura farmer who just doesn't do anything. I mean, he did knock Shin out of the car, but he did no damage to Shin, for one. Like, Shin's not bleeding, even in the slightest. And he was caught, so literally the interaction didn't even matter all too much. Just removed Shin for a little bit. But now Kendaka is removing him from the vehicle, notably through the steel-reinforced back wall, which is even more impressive than the aura farm of breaking through the windshield and going straight into the car from the front. So yeah, unfortunately, Gozu, we're going to have to put you in a little bit of an aura loss. You currently have 300 aura to maintain for the rest of the chapter, though the chapter's only 18 pages, means probably only like 16 pages, and we're on page 8 right now. You have 8 pages to hopefully regain some aura, or else we're going to have to keep docking you for every single hit you take. So, Gozu, I'm going to need you to lock back in real quick. Potato Chip, you have a fantastic design, but you're also a fantastic bum. Of course, we are definitely wondering what's up with Tanabata. Who's he driving with? Because clearly it's not Gozu. But let's see. Oh, but you know what? I will give some level of praise. It's clear that Gozu was very particularly stationed here because they did figure that Sakamoto was going to try and make his way to the GCC. I don't know why else he would be standing around here and not in a car. But let's see. That would be more so an Izuki intelligence aura farm feat rather than a Gozu feat as he just follows orders. Let's see. Kendaka! Another random car. Alright, that's fine. Oh, that was a door. So slight, but we didn't really count what material it was. It was just a aura raise. But Kendaka! Okay, slammed into the hood of another car. Palmed. Oh, whew, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to dock another 50 aura. And you may be wondering, whoa, nothing happened. He didn't take another hit. What do you mean? He was slammed into the car for one, which would be a negative 25 point aura loss, but we're gonna have to take another 25 aura on top of that. He actually took damage. You can see him bleeding. You know who didn't take damage? Shin, who literally got kicked in the back of the dome. And you'd be like, well, the back of Shin's head could be bleeding. Oh, no, even worse. This either is a back of the dome kick or a side kick. It literally didn't even make him bleed. So yeah, Gozu bleeding off a face grab, and a slam through a car door. Yeah, unfortunate. So we're gonna have to take off another 25 aura. Gozu, you're currently sitting at 250 aura for the chapter. These common encounters are not looking good for you, but let's see.
You're quick, geezer. Faster than any snot-nosed punk.
You know, Kendaka, I love my speedsters, man, but in this one case, I wish it worked true. But let's see.
Faster than any snot-nosed punk.
Thank you for finally actually clicking a little bit, though, Kendaka. Where's Tanabata, though? Let's see. Is that the Tanabata car, maybe? And we have him here! Speak of him and we shall appear. We have to put 1,000 aura points on the board for him simply showing up and flashing the weapon. We have to make a separate aura counter for Torres. Torres in all caps, 1,000 aura points, round start. You may be like, well, moderator, ref, isn't this a bit of bias for Torres because you really like the character? Yes. He has 1,000 aura points for appearing. And Tanabata's in the seat with him. Torres is actually working. He's going with the my head's pounding a little bit. Let's see.
Oh, brother. Did you have to do that? This is my personal vehicle, man.
Even 1,000 plus aura points again. We're going to have to put Torres at a surplus of plus 1,000, leaving with a total of 2,000 aura points. And you're wondering, what on earth did he do? He just flashed the weapon. Not only he got 500 aura points for flashing the weapon, but on top of that, he gets another 500 aura points for using his personal vehicle. Personally, on the job, I'm not using my personal vehicle. I would have said, you gotta give me a write-off or something. I'm not using my own car. Torres whipped out his own vehicle, and this man is millions upon millions of yen in debt, and he still risks his own personal vehicle. He's gonna have to get this repaired. That's a W, man's a W coworker. He even picked up Tanabata on the way. That is a amazing coworker right there. Real dedication to the business. Shout out to my man Torres, and he's up in the weapon. The 1,000 plus aura points. Gozu, study under Torres. Study under Torres, man. You will be able to get your aura number so much higher if you just knew a little bit of ball. But unfortunately, Gozu, you are currently bummified. But let's see. If Gozu was unable to get a hit off on Kandaka or Sakamoto with his lightning, but Kandaka was able to tag him, and Kandaka is able to get tagged by this Sandblaster attack, we're going to have to subtract even more aura points from Gozu. It won't be too much because this wouldn't be a direct loss from Gozu himself getting hit, but it would be an upscale for Torres and a downscale for Gozu due to the speed of their respective attacks. Torres has to literally pump the air blaster himself by hand. Meanwhile, Gozu literally just releases electricity. This will be very, very bad. I hope Kandaka weaves for Gozu's sake. Let's say... Okay. No interaction. Everyone's aura is fine. All right. The calculator is not going to go off. We aren't going to ping. We're going to boost anyone. We're going to lose anyone. And people wondering, should Shin get an aura boost from this? I don't know. But I once again do assume this has to be Nagamo then. Because why on earth does he have a truck? I don't know. Let's see. Or why is the truck driver willing to do this? Let's see. Huh? Kandaka, are you okay? Yeah, Shin. What the heck are you? Water pump. So just most conveniently time. Oh, the perfect matchup for Gozu too. Water. Okay. I mean, I'll admit it's cool. like Shin. It better be Nagamo. It better be not. All I'm saying, it's so convenient. Not only does see this, I don't know. It's hard to take Shin's role, and I get it. You know, Todoritis and main characters, they do get general boosts and stuff like that. But like, okay, let's talk about all the unreal things that had to occur for this admittedly very cool play of filling the car with water from a water like that. Admittedly, that's very funny and cool. I like that. But back. Oh, can I click on it? There we go. But back. So Shin had to get knocked out of the truck in the first place, right? He had to take an aura loss real quick, and then wait, I'm going way too far forward. But I went forward and backwards. My American instincts took over, or my progress instincts took over. But not only did Shin have to take an aura loss, right? He swung, hit nothing but air, then was kicked out of the truck. So the truck back doors had to be locked, or Gozu had to hit him so hard to knock him out the truck. He did take no damage, once again, because Shin's indestructible. But then he gets perfectly caught by this random civilian. Once again, unless this is going to be established to be Nagamo, because we're never getting Nagamo versus Oki. This is wild. I know the Sakamotodays cast is superhuman. That's the thing. That's one of the main reasons I'm always like back and forth on like, hey, Suzuki-sensei, you kind of need to pick on how you're going to do your random general public. If this is just a random guy, why are so many of the Sakamotodays seeming so physically incompetent? I don't know if you know, but even if they were moving at like 25 miles per hour, I think that's like, 3 miles slower than the fastest human that ever lived. How fast in miles per hour is Usain Bolt? Which doesn't surpass this day, which is crazy. But how many miles per hour could Usain Bolt run? Yeah, Usain Bolt can run at a peak speed of 27.33 miles per hour. So let's go, because like in most common residential areas, 25 miles per hour is like standard. But realize, this isn't 25 miles per hour. They're on a highway. They're likely going 55 or 65. I'm not sure what that translates into kilometers, but that's that. Have you, just imagine just traditionally catching something in one hand. It's not the easiest thing to do when you're standing still and you see what's coming. Shin was knocked out of the truck and freely got snatched up in midair by some random. But not only that, the random was cool enough to catch him able to catch him without snapping his arm, which is what this would do, right? Imagine catching another full-grown human being with your arm as you're driving a car at 50 miles per hour. But that's not, superhuman universe. Suzuki Sensei cannot pick on whether or not he wants to make the civilian cast incompetent or super competent. But this civilian happens to be driving a water truck, I guess. Like, just a water pump. I mean, I'm assuming, I would say this is a firefighter, but doesn't seem to be dressed like a firefighter. I know there are water truck things, I guess. I'm pretty sure. I typically know them as, like, gas tankers. But I know water technically can be transported this way. But she needed that. He needed the approval of the guy to ram into this random vehicle that he's now, I guess he's just part of. And then he needed permission to use said water to pump the car full of water. So, like, very cool and funny imagery, seeing both Tanabata and Torres have to forcibly hold their breath. And once again, this is Torres' personal vehicle. So another 1,000. It was a joke I want to make, but I won't. We'll lower it. We'll put it to a 10. Another 100 points for Torres. So Torres is currently sitting at 200, 100 aura points. This is his personal property that's getting destroyed here. So, like, very funny, very cool image. And I get it. A lot of stories are based on coincidence. But Shin has such, like, heavy, thick, back-to-back consistent coincidences that I'm like, Suzuki Sensei, what? Why? But I mean, it's for the aura, right? It's always for the aura. That's why I'm keeping track of the aura right now. Let's see. Do something. Drop D? No, the car! Wait, Torres, couldn't you have rolled down the windows or something? You could have rolled down the windows. You could have used, man, your car, man. But all right, I mean, that is a very impressive feat. Strumming so hard. Oh, Kendaka's gone, though. So Kendaka did leave in the midst of this. And where did the truck go? I guess it just tapped him once and then left? I don't know. But Kendaka got out of there. But Torres, man, your car. How much is it going to cost to fix? You're already in debt, Torres. Let's see. So he dropped D, and boom, the whole top of the car gets blown off. All right, and Gozu's still just laying there on the hood. Man, Gozu. I mean, he's sitting at what, 250? 250? He's sitting at 250 aura right now. All right, let's see. And that's the end of the... Oh, only 15 pages. Let's see. You're starting to act like Sakamoto. X said that too. So yeah, it was just random. Hey, free car wash, right? Car wash is for the outside, dipstick. Oh, I love you, Torres. I love you. The car's still functional, though. W car. But, yeah, so that was just... It wasn't Nagaba. For the excess of aura in this chapter, a worthy chapter. And, like, I know, it builds into the Shin then being the next Sakamoto narrative of, like, him using random environmental situations, but, like, how did he convince the guy to crash into a random car? Like, what? I don't know. It's a lot. But, yeah. It's a lot of coincidence. Like, a lot of coincidence. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. Like, I think... I'll give it a pass. Once again, you saw me. I gave the chapter worthiness anyway. But I'll give it a pass if solely for the fact that, like, it's an interesting way to use the set piece, right? Like, if we're going to... I mean, I don't know what happened to this. Like, they were clearly right in front of this, and they didn't go through this. Like, that's the thing. I think my only issue, right? The reason Sakamoto's fights work just fine is that, like, they are in a consistent, stable set piece, right? I'm thinking of the museum arc. I'm thinking of the plane. I'm thinking of outside the plane where they're just on the island. I'm thinking of when they were in the school. Like, a lot of those set pieces are, like, established. So when Sakamoto pulled something out, sure, it was like a paperclip or something unique. Like, it was something small or crazy or even big. Like, remember when they were in the bus, all the way in the firefighter car. He tore off, or it was a bus or like a train. It was one of the two. No, it was a train against Torres. I think it was like a bus in the flashback with Nagamo and Rion. But that's the thing, right? Those were all established pieces of the environment that were relatively consistent. It feels like recently, and it's for Shin especially, but for recently, it's like whatever needs to be here in order for a set piece to happen will be here, but then the effects of it being here will not matter. Like this instance right here, they're clearly right in front of an entrance area, freeway toll, they're at a toll. We don't see the toll for the rest of the chapter. Doesn't happen. They should have gone through it. We don't see them go through it or anything like that. It's just like now it's a nebulous open road, and there's no one around them. Clearly, right? No one around them. Actually, plot twist, there was a water tank truck behind them all this time. And it just has a guy who's able to react and grab Shin out of midair. You could have just had Shin roll and then leap onto the truck and that would have been something. But still, random truck.
Maybe a firefighting truck. I don't know. Once again, what I'm not sure what this logo is. That's the thing. The truck comes out of nowhere, and then the Shin is not only just able to use the truck perfectly to his advantage, but like the guy lets it happen, and on top of that, the truck slams into the car. So like the guy's willing to do that, and then it builds everything up. Car blows up, but then note, once again, it's what's needed for the scene is there. It's here. Look, the truck is still here in this very panel, right next to him, still crashing, grinding against them. He uses drop D, and suddenly the truck is gone. Like, absolutely gone. And Shin... Well, actually, no, here. So the truck is still here. But now, I guess they've stopped driving? Are they still driving? I don't know. And that's the thing. It feels so like, the world doesn't matter until it does, and then, whoa. It's so nonsensical. And no, I know, it's a superhuman series of superhumans doing superhuman stuff with superhuman things, right? I get it. But early Sakamoto days at least had the grace of giving me some consistency where I wasn't consistently questioning this. You can go back to the museum arc reviews and like specifically like around the Satoda Sensei review, like it was everything that happened kind of made sense or was already established, but it's not doing that anymore. It's like whatever I want to do will happen, which is you know that's how a story works. But I don't know, man. Like set some stuff up before. Don't have this be around. Like maybe it's not. Who knows? Maybe it is Nagamo because this is kind of weird. Are we really gonna have Shin and Kindaka 1v3 Torres, Tanabata, and Gaku? Or Gozu. Did I call him Gaku? Have I been calling him Gaku this entire review? Gozu. I think it was the first time I could still call him Gaku, but I may have been calling him Gaku this entire time. Gozu. I know it's Gozu. Sorry, my bad. If I've been calling him Gaku this entire time, Gozu. We really gonna have him 1v3 Gozu or 2v3 Gozu, Torres, and Tanabata? I don't know, man. Once again, it's gonna make the aura stocks fall. Absolutely. Luckily enough, Gozu is not in a complete negative aura deficit, and Tanabata isn't either, and Torres will never be. But like, I don't know. They're gonna really 2v3 this? Hope they get some help. Maybe Otsumoto will show up, but still, man. It's a little bit rough, but the aura is cool. The set piece itself is cool. I do like the character interactions. Gozu, fraudulent as always, though, man. One hit does no damage, and unironically, that one hit sets them up for failure. By getting rid of Shin in this way, he made Shin's Deuteragonist powers activate, spawned a truck in from the void, and then ruined Torres's car. And Tanabata had to get them out of that. So very, very unfortunate, but hey, I'm excited for the next chapter. I hope Suzuki Sensei is alright, though. Like, these are really short chapters. 15 pages with a double spray included makes this basically like a 13-page chapter. So, like, I feel like Suzuki Sensei may not be alright. The two other chapters I reviewed so far today, both Ichi the Witch and Kagurabachi, are both 22 pages. Or, like, 20 pages at least. This one was only 15. So, like, I hope Suzuki Sensei is alright. I know I think they have assistants, but even still, you know, they could be going through some stuff because the last couple chapters have been short, too. But, overall, W chapter. If you haven't already seen this video, please do me a favor and leave D drop instead of drop D. Leave D drop in the comment section down below. I want to thank you so much for watching. Just want to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that little notification bell. Whoa! Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do happen to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. So now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include live reactions to every single series I review, ad variations of all my videos, and if you become a toy also your name at the end of every single video. $3 patrons and members and up get access to their name being read at the end of every single video, not just listed. And on top of that, you get early access to all my videos of the second channel that got the reaction, which will be linked in the description down below, where I do reaction videos every Saturday at 1 p.m. I'm gonna see if I can get a massive buildup of that, and like since they only drop once a week, if I record 4 videos, you will literally not see the 4th video for like a month. But with that being the case, you get early access to that as well. And you can also just request a short video, like 1 to 3 minutes, for 5 beans to the Ko-Fi one time, or 25 beans to the Ko-Fi for a regular length video one time. That is also in the description down below. But now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is... Wait, where is it? There we go. There it is. There it is. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Giyomi, Bura Ura, Enzo, Swift Strike, Super Flame Zero, Yuki Ally, Azo2404, Striker Man, Grim, Straw, Ollie, The Boy, Corey Watson, Damon Brown, Magic, CCC, Official Popeyes, Ramondo Furen, Cray Panem, Sarah Fiel, Dino, Axis XE, Plant Crone, Pickle, Heath Nelson, Hector Gonzalez, P-Sub, Black Sage, Zapro, Tim Thomas, and Alex Kenny. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our line art tier patrons: A+A, Kevin Encarnacion, Sean, and Midnight Lord 21. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our ink tier members: King RTX and Shrimpo the 4th Shrimp 06. Then I'd like to give a thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. I'd like to give a final thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz.